Unspoken Goodbyes, Chapter 2. The party was over, but its afterglow lingered longer than Paige expected. Saturday morning, sunlight streamed through her window as she blinked awake later than usual. Her heels were still by the door, her dress draped over the chair, and her hair slightly tousled from the night before. She lay there for a few moments, not quite ready to get up. Her phone buzzed. "Peter, hope you slept well. Last night was fun, you looked amazing." She smiled and typed back, "Thank you, it really was fun. You were a great dance partner, too." They didn't message much more that day, but the softness in those few lines stayed with her. Something was shifting, slowly and quietly. It wasn't dramatic, it was gentle. What started as occasional texts became almost daily check-ins. Most were casual. "Peter, is it just me or is this Monday extra Monday-ish?" Paige, "If I see one more Excel sheet today, I'm throwing my laptop." Sometimes it was light flirting. Other times it was sharing songs, pictures of sunsets from their neighborhood, or complaining about the coffee machine in the break room being broken again. And at night the messages were softer. "Peter, I like talking to you, it feels easy." Paige, "Same here, it's weird how natural it feels, isn't it?" But neither dared to say the word. Attraction, crush, feelings. It hovered unspoken, between lines of texts and emojis. One evening, Peter stopped by Paige's desk just as she was packing up. "Hey, are you heading out?" "Yeah, why?" "I took the bus today, but the schedule's messed up. Any chance I could catch a ride with you?" "Sure, hop in," she smiled. The drive home should have taken 15 minutes. Instead, they took a small detour, stopping at a local cafe Peter liked. "Coffee, my treat," he said. Inside, they sat by the window, sipping lattes and laughing about office quirks. That's when it happened. Peter leaned in a little, looking directly at her. "I still remember the party. You looked like someone out of a dream, honestly. I didn't expect it. I mean, I knew you were pretty, but that night you really caught me off guard." Paige blinked, a soft breath catching in her chest. Compliments weren't rare, but coming from Peter with such honesty and no agenda, it felt different. "Thank you," she said. "That's sweet. You didn't look so bad yourself." He smiled, and for a moment it felt like time slowed down. That night when she dropped him off, they didn't hug, didn't linger, but the air between them was charged. Coffee dates started happening more often. Sometimes after work, sometimes on weekends. No declarations, no labels, just moments. Moments that felt like more than friendship. They talked about dreams. Peter wanted to eventually move into product design or data strategy. Paige shared how she had once dreamed of studying interior architecture, but ended up in corporate life. "I think you'd be good at that," Peter had said. "You're creative, you notice details." His words stayed with her for days, and when he had a rough week with tight deadlines, Paige surprised him with a sticky note on his desk. "You've got this, take a deep breath, P." He kept it, tucked it into his wallet, though she never knew, unspoken but understood. There were still lines neither of them had crossed. No holding hands, no kisses, but feelings were growing, deepening. Peter found himself scrolling through their messages at night, smiling at nothing. Paige would catch herself replaying something he had said in her head hours later. They were falling slowly, naturally, without even fully realizing it. Until one evening, Peter messaged her out of the blue. "Peter, do you want to have dinner with me this weekend? Just us. Not coffee, not an office thing, I mean, like a real dinner." Paige stared at her phone, heart fluttering. It was the first time he had said it out loud. That this wasn't just coffee or convenience. This was something more. She smiled. "Paige, I'd love to." Saturday evening arrived with an unusual weight. It wasn't their first meeting outside of work. It wasn't even their first meal together. But tonight was different. This time they both knew what it was, a date. Unspoken, but clear. Paige stood in front of her closet longer than necessary. She finally settled on a soft yellow dress. Not too formal, not too casual. Her makeup was subtle. Hair down, as Peter had once complimented. Across town, Peter ran his fingers through his hair for the third time and changed shirts twice before settling on a navy blue button-down. Neat, effortless, but with purpose. They met at a cozy little restaurant tucked to the edge of the downtown district, intimate but not crowded. Warm lighting, soft music, the kind of place meant for intentional conversation. When Paige arrived, Peter was already waiting outside. He turned as he heard her heels approach and smiled, his eyes instantly lighting up. "You look," he paused and shook his head slightly, "even more beautiful than last time." Paige laughed softly. "Thank you, you look good too." A table for two, their table was by the window. Just enough candlelight to make the air feel private. They ordered, laughed about the overly poetic menu descriptions, and slowly settled into an easy rhythm of conversation. It started lightly. Work gossip, their favorite books, stories from college. But as the meal went on, their guard softened. The pauses between jokes became moments of reflection. Peter stirred his drink slowly, then looked up. "Can I ask you something kind of personal?" "Sure," Paige said, curious. "Have you always been this? Strong, like composed, you seem like someone who has her life figured out." Paige smiled, but there was something bittersweet behind it. "Not even close. I've had years where I felt completely lost. I still do it sometimes. I just show up, try my best, and hope no one notices the cracks." Peter nodded slowly. "I noticed, but not the cracks. I noticed how you carry yourself, even when it's hard. That's rare." She looked at him, and for a moment neither spoke. It was the kind of silence that doesn't need filling. After dinner, they walked around the nearby plaza. Shops were closing, the crowd thinning. The air had that soft evening chill that made Paige hug her arms. Peter noticed immediately. "Cold? A little." Without asking, he slipped off his jacket and draped it gently over her shoulders. She didn't protest. They kept walking, a comfortable silence between them until they reached a quiet corner near the fountain. Paige stopped and turned to him. "Peter, what are we doing?" He looked at her, almost startled but not surprised. "I don't know exactly," he said honestly. "But I know I like being with you. I think about you even when I try not to. And I look forward to every message, every coffee, every time we talk." Paige felt her heart pound, the kind of pounding that didn't hurt but woken up something. "I feel the same," she whispered. He stepped closer, closing the gap. "I didn't plan for this, I didn't expect you, but I'm glad it happened." And then, gently, he reached for her hand. She let him. Fingers intertwined, they stood under the dim streetlight, neither needing to say more. No kiss, not yet. But at that moment, something between them became real, acknowledged, named. Over the next week, their dynamic subtly shifted. They still texted, still worked on opposite sides of the office floor, kept things professional. But their eyes met more often. Their smiles lingered longer. And their after-work routines now included each other. Dinner turned into movie nights. Coffee turned into Sunday walks. And slowly, Paige found herself letting her guard down. One night, while they sat on a park bench eating ice cream, Peter suddenly said, "You know, I don't care about the age thing." Paige froze mid-bite. "What do you mean?" "I know you're older than me. You never said anything, but I can tell it's been on your mind." She stayed quiet. Peter continued, "I don't think it matters. I don't see you as someone older, I just see you. Someone who challenges me, inspires me, and makes me want to do better." She looked at him, touched beyond words. "I've been scared," she admitted. "I didn't want to think about it, but yeah, it's been in the back of my mind." "I get it," he said, "but I hope that doesn't stop us from seeing where this could go." That night, as he walked her to her door, she handed him back the jacket that she never took off. Peter gently reached for her hand again. This time, it wasn't just a handhold. He leaned slowly, carefully, giving her every second to pull away. She didn't. Their lips met in a soft, delicate kiss, sweet and unhurried. The kind of kiss that didn't shout but promised. When they pulled apart, Peter smiled, brushing her hair from her face. "Good night, Paige." "Good night, Peter." She stepped inside, leaned against the closed door, and smiled to herself. Her world was changing. And somewhere deep down, she wondered what doors this might quietly open. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to listen more of this story.